Hi guys, good afternoon. So I'm starting out my own vlogging for the first time. Kind of exciting, kind of very nervous because I wasn't sure like how to go about this, and just YouTubing like all kinds of videos on like how to do stuff and like what's the best like scenarios to go through and stuff like that. But I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Jocelyn. Hi everyone, nice to meet you guys. I am 27 years old. I do not look my age, but I am. I was born in 1993, so I'm gonna be 28 this year. I am a mom of 2 boys. I have my oldest, he would have been 8 this year. He's up in heaven. He passed away 6 years ago. And my youngest is going to be 4 on Sunday. Yay! He's having a Pokemon themed birthday party, so that should be fun. He's all excited and into Pokemon now, so we've been collecting Pokemon cards and stuff like that for him. I am a dog mom. I have 2 Huskies. Smokey, he's my rescue. We just got him a couple months ago. He comes from a traumatic past, but he's a lovable big baby at heart, and he's very protective, but he's awesome, very energetic and likes to run off, but what dog doesn't like to? And he just turned 2 in February. My dog Zelda, she's a Husky Lab mix, and she'll be 2 next month. In July. She's also very protective, loves kids and other people, and sometimes other dogs, depending. She likes my parents' dogs, obviously, because she's known them since she was a puppy. I am engaged, getting married next year, September 10th of 2022. That's exciting, yay! I've been counting down, so there's like 460, maybe 70 something days left. So yeah, I just wanted to, introduce myself and start to make more videos, try to get the feel of everything and stuff. There's a topic that I'd like to talk about, but I weren't sure like how other people would have a take on it or not, and stuff, but yeah, I just wanted to get a feel on how all this works. I'm also an LNA, which is a licensed nursing assistant, down more in the south, I think it is, call them CNAs, which are certified nursing assistants, which we are the same thing, just I hold the license and they have a certificate. Yeah, so I've been in the healthcare field for about almost 7 years. Yeah, I've been in the nursing field since 2014, and I've had my LNA license since 2016. So I come from a family background of like nursing and also farming and military. I grew up on a dairy farm, on my great-grandparents' dairy farm here in Richford, Vermont. If you don't know, that's the very tippy top of the state of Vermont, which is also across from the Canadian border. I'm actually a half mile from the Canadian border, so I get a lot of border traffic. Well, not right now because of the virus going on, but that's what we used to get back and forth. But so yeah, a little about myself. So I did grow up on my great-grandparents' dairy farm, so I have a little farming background too. So I got into the medical field because something very traumatic happened to me in 2015. I lost my oldest son, Avon. He was a year and 8 months old when he passed. and I was actually going for my LNA at that time when everything happened. And after that, I got in contact with my instructor and was like, hey, I'm not able to continue this right now, I have a family emergency. And after that and his passing, I ended up working constantly and stuff, so I didn't know if I was going to continue being in the nursing field or not, but I decided to stay because I wanted to make a difference in people's lives, and help those that have or are experiencing stuff that I went through, to kind of be there like first like support. And like I've had people tell me that I was an inspiration to them because of how strong I am and that I keep pushing forward, and that how strong of a person I am. Some days I don't feel strong, but you know, I guess I am kind of strong in a way. And then finding out not even 2 years later that I was going to be a mom again to another little boy. That was super scary and rough for me. I wanted absolutely nobody knowing that I was going to be a mom again, except for my grandmother. We are super close. We were, she passed in 2019 and I missed her a lot. But my grandma, she knew that I was going to be a mom again. I am also an empath, so like I pick up on other people's like feelings and stuff like that, and I cry when other people cry because I'm like very in tune with that kind of stuff. I'm not very spiritual, but I do tarot card readings and stuff like that too. Not like making people like pay for them, but I do that like for like my friends and stuff like that. I do tarot card readings for them. But my grandma, she knew that she was going to be a good grandmother again, from my son, because she kind of like sees things. So she like knew that I was pregnant. So when I was like texted her like, oh hey grandma, how do you feel about being great grandparents again? She's like, I knew it. So that was kind of exciting. Like she was the only one that knew other than my fiance's mom. So that was kind of very nerve-wracking, especially for my fiance, because he didn't really know what to do. He actually never really wanted kids, but you know, surprise. But he, you know, now we're like 4 years later with my youngest, his first, my second, and he's able to like show him all kinds of stuff. My youngest is his father's mini, for sure. I'd like him to have another sibling that's physically here and not just like spiritually. It is kind of tough because he's been asking more about his brother. He knows of his brother. We go to the cemetery and he'll play with his little tractor that's on his stone and stuff. He wants to see his brother. It's kind of hard to tell him that his brother's up in heaven, that he's with him, but he can't be like physically here with him. He thinks his brother's in the moon, so I just go along with him, be like, yeah, he's up there watching you and stuff like that. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to like reach out and like kind of go off of like my experience to better help people. So if anybody like has like questions or anything, I am open to all kinds of questions. I get asked a lot like how he passed, and I did make a TikTok video. I just recently joined, like almost a year ago, because my sister was on TikTok, and she caught me watching them on YouTube all the time, so she's like, why don't you just make a TikTok account? So I started doing that, and I actually got my fiance into TikToking too, so he has like sound. He's been doing some recordings. I am actually in the recording studio right now, so my TV is going out in the living room. So I kind of wanted to have some like privacy, somewhere that's more quieter, and my dogs are outside, so they're not running around playing and fighting with each other. So yeah, kind of just wanted to try something new and different, and so yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I did start a TikTok channel, or whatever they call it, YouTube, TikTok account, and kind of the reason why I wanted to start doing like a video vlog was because I've gotten questions from the video I made of my oldest son, like on the anniversary of his passing, was February 24th of 2021 was his 6-year anniversary. So this year, he passed away February 24th of 2015. So I kind of like made an anniversary video that hit 10,000 views and like almost 800 likes and a bunch of comments, and asking like how he passed. So I did like kind of like video parts to that. So kind of the reason why I wanted to do a video vlog was to reach out to those that have experienced or are experiencing or going through something that I went through too, so I can you know, like be supportive and give my advice that I've gotten. Do not overwork yourself. If you've lost a child very young, I overworked myself really bad. I got to the point where I was having really bad sharp chest pains. I could feel from the inside my body shutting down because I was constantly working, putting myself like 24/7, all kinds of shifts. Didn't matter if I went home and slept for like 2 hours, I was back at work. Pulling 12-hour shifts overnight during the day, like vice versa. I was working all kinds of odd ends of shifts. So basically I got to the point where after I had my second child that enough was enough. I wasn't going to be overworked. I found something, even though I was 45 minutes away. I am 45 minutes away from the nearest city and the nearest hospital. So I decided to work 45 minutes away from home with more pay, better hours. I did not like the management at my old job. There was just some like cliques going on from like, but that's high school cliques. Like, they shouldn't be in the workplace. But yeah, so I was like, enough's enough. I need to regroup, do better for myself, do my improvements for myself. I wanted better job opportunities, so I did that. I went to work 45 minutes from home. And then it just got to the point where I actually didn't focus on my mental health after everything. So I went per diem, focused on my mental health, which was better for me, and I could stay home with my son. So I could, you know, regroup, spend time with him, because I actually, with my oldest son, I actually took almost a year and a half off before he ended up passing, which I think helped me in the long run, because in that amount of time I had no idea that I was going to lose him. So I'm glad I didn't work for the first almost year and a half, and then decided to go to work afterwards. for my second, I took 3 months off from my second and kind of went back to work, but I went back to work like per diem and then like eased myself back into like full-time and stuff. And then since the coronavirus hit, I was out of my full-time job. I had really bad anxiety. I was actually diagnosed with severe anxiety and depression since my oldest son's passing, so I suffer from that for the past 5 years, on top of not sleeping properly and not really grieving properly. So that affects me a lot on a daily basis. And then from the virus and being on my full-time job, it just really affected my mental health a lot. So then I am actually back at my first healthcare job. My aunt took over in September of 2020. So I now work for my aunt back at my first healthcare job, which is a heck of a lot better, I might add, than from the previous management. They are open to changes, they are open to other ideas, they are open to improvements. They've been doing nothing but trying to improve the facility since taking over, so that's good. And then I have like my input, and like they are very open to others' opinion to help run the facility better and make improvements where in different areas. So I've been doing that, using my LNA knowledge and the experience from my LNA job, because my last LNA job I was per diem, and then just with like the COVID cases and stuff like that, I didn't feel comfortable going from one facility to the next and bringing something back and forth. And then like my mom's immune compromised with fibromyalgia and diabetes, so that's one thing I didn't want to bring home and stuff. So yeah, so if I kind of wanted like my platform to be like loss awareness, like infant toddler loss awareness, because my son was 1 year and 8 months when he passed, so I kind of wanted to do something like that, but I weren't sure like how people would react to that. Like that was kind of like my platform idea, but I weren't completely sure how that would work. But I'm open to different ideas. If anybody has like different ideas they want to share, I can kind of briefly touch on those or whatnot. Yeah, I kind of wanted to get on and like do something different for myself and stuff, but my main focus was like doing like infancy and toddler loss awareness for parents that have experienced this and stuff like that. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but yeah, so thanks for joining me. I hope to see you guys again soon, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.